All right, so look, I used to donate plasma. There was a time when I was broke and I was desperate for cash, and donating plasma was an option. I was out here just trying to survive, and plasma centers offered quick cash. So yeah, I would go and I would sit in these chairs and I'd make my little $50 and they would give me a little juice box, yada yada, get my money, and I'm up out of there. I go on about my day. And in my mind, I'm just doing what I gotta do. You know what I mean? But after a while, I really started to feel weird about it. I really started to feel uncomfortable about it. I felt off, not just physically, but spiritually. I felt like I had gave these people more than my plasma. You know what I'm saying? In a weird way, I feel like I had given them a piece of my essence. So eventually, I stopped going. And even though something in my spirit was like, I need the money. Even though I was down bad and hurting for cash, I just stopped going. It wasn't worth it. Now, fast forward a few years later, when I started learning about melanin extraction, how corporations, tech companies, even the military are using melanin, and that there is a race to harvest melanin because of its unique properties. I learned how melanin is not just about skin color. Melanin is an electromagnetic semiconductor. This is more than just color we're talking about here. It absorbs energy, it stores information, it interacts with lights and frequencies. And natural biological melanin does this in a way that synthetic melanin cannot duplicate. This is why they need the real deal. This is why they need the natural organic melanin from living beings. And then it hit me. At some point, I started to connect the dots, that there is indeed a connection between these plasma centers and the melanin harvesting economy. And then when you think about the fact that most of these plasma centers are in black and brown communities, most of these plasma centers are in lower income communities filled with melanated people. And not only that, but they get people $50, maybe even $100 for the plasma, but then they turn around and sell it to these companies for thousands and thousands of dollars. So then once I started realizing that there was a connection, then I realized that this is not just about donating plasma. This is not just about making some extra cash. This is about melanin extraction. Plasma centers are targeted extraction sites. They are harvesting plasma from melanated communities for the low. Pay attention, they are not going to Beverly Hills to collect this plasma. They are not going to the wealthy white neighborhoods to collect this plasma. They are coming to the hood because they know what is inside of us is worth more than anything they can find out there. Although they may not admit it publicly, they need melanin, and they need a lot of it. So you see, they then turned poverty into a weapon. They created a system where out of desperation, we willingly give up our essence for the low. See, I think people get confused as I don't think people understand that you can get some of the components of melanin from the plasma. Like you can't pull pure melanin out of the bloodstream, but you can extract the ingredients out of the plasma to make the melanin. Like building blocks to the melanin is in the plasma. So they take the plasma and they send it to these fancy labs, and with their advanced technologies, they can extract, they can salvage the building blocks of melanin, and they can use that and integrate it with their technologies or use it for whatever they're trying to do. Plasma is rich in amino acids like tyrosine and L-dopa. So yes, they're essentially taking this plasma that they extract from us, jar, little vial they have, and they basically try to salvage as much melanin from it as they can. So basically, we know that melanin is worth more than gold, and they are extracting it from us for the low, for $50 for this big old vial of this plasma. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going here? Now, I've been trying to tell y'all in my videos, I've been trying to talk about the melanin extraction economy. And some people just keep saying it's not real, it's just a reach, where you getting your information from. But I'm telling you, you got to start connecting these dots. America has always been a system where melanated bodies has been commodified, have been farmed, and now our essence is being extracted. So, this is your message. Stop going to them plasma centers. If you got melanin, stop going to the plasma centers. I get it. You need money. You're down bad. You need some quick cash. But there's got to be another way. Because this ain't about donating plasma. This is about bio-extraction. They are trying to take your essence and use that essence with you to upgrade their technologies to make this world more of a prison for you. So stop giving them the essence. Because the truth is, they are not paying for your plasma. They are paying to own your frequency, your coding, your power. I know. I've sat in that chair. I've been there. I know how it feels to be desperate. I know how it feels to need some cash. And I also know how it feels after you've been sitting there in that chair and they took your plasma and you feel like, man, I feel like something's missing. Something don't feel right. And now I understand why something don't feel right. Because they were taking more than just blood. They were taking more than just plasma. They were taking my life.